We're trying to reinvent football entirely. We've removed everything from the previous generation of games. On the new hardware platforms now, the possibilities are obviously much bigger. So we've gone back to basics and created a brand new gameplay engine for FIFA 07 this year. So this is the first time ever that we've produced a game where 22 athletes are running real-time physics within the game. The ball is totally free now. On the previous generations of games, the ball was part of the animation. Now we've got a model where the ball is free, deflections happen in real time, players have different levels of control, and so it all adds up to a far more non-deterministic gameplay experience where no two games come the same. You've got a balance there between making the athletes look athletic, let's say, under athletic performance, and having responsiveness there. It's no good having a game that looks like real football if to the user who's playing it, the players don't respond to the button presses. So you've got the balancing act there. And essentially what we've created here is a sandbox, or maybe like an ecosystem, whereby we've got a number of different variables to do with the ball physics, the player's ability to move and turn, the speed, the cadence of the movement, and just changing little things can have a big effect on the gameplay. So imagine having a big mixing desk in a studio and you just move the controllers slightly and you get a totally different response. So for the last few months, as the game's been coming together, we've been changing the mix and finding the mix that works perfectly to give the sport that looks like football and make it a gameplay experience that people will find rewarding and come back to time and time again. Its attributes are all about how well do I do something. So your interviewing attribute might be 99. Traits are about behavioural. How often does someone do that? So we're moving to a system now where we're using more and more traits. To pick up on people's real-world performances, we need to know how often someone does something. So for instance, Frank Lampard, the Chelsea and England midfielder, likes to take lots of long shots. You give him that trait in the game, his computer equivalent will take lots of long shots. But that doesn't tell you how good the long shot will be. That's down to the attribute. So it's this combination of attributes and traits that are going to drive next generation AI. And so the athletes you see on screen behave in the same way they do in real life. We see Xbox Live as a big opportunity, and we want to blur the line between the real world and the game world. And one of the ways we're doing that is, as you say, through podcasts. So each time the user goes online, it'll look for a new podcast, download a section that gives them the latest news or views or opinions from their league. And there's also the opportunity to look at the real world stats. So you can look at league tables, at top scorers charts, at disciplinary charts from around the world. There's a ticker online where news from 20 different leagues or current scores come through. So you could be playing FIFA while your team's playing, and you don't have to change TV channel to find out the latest score. As the goals go in, you'll get all the updates delivered straight to your Xbox. The hardware now does give us the opportunity to do things that we've been dying to do for years, to make a game that does justice to the sport that is the world's favourite sport. And so having the power now and having the people that understand the game, we've managed to put the two together to come up with an experience this year that's unlike anything the FIFA players would have experienced in the past. FIFA 07 will ship during Fall 06.